How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are back with our Oakland Athletics franchise mode here in MLB The Show 22. And today, guys, we've got the off-season coming up. After last season, we did technically improve. It was only by 1 win, and I think a sentiment that is shared by you and me alike is that I need to be more aggressive. I need to go out and get big names. Not big names, but just go get better players, better overalls, right? I do like the fact that we're drafting and developing, but at the same time, we need to make the playoffs. Otherwise, I think I might get fired. And that's what's coming up here in this episode, guys. If you guys see anything that you agree with or disagree with, please make sure to leave it in the comment section. I do see all of your comments. And I do actually, they kind of stick in my mind when I make these videos. So if you guys want me to remember something, make sure you comment it down below. Also, you guys have been hitting the like goal pretty much every time, which encourages me to get these out on time every time. Not a full-time YouTuber, so I try my best around work. But can we get this video to 10 likes? Also, we're on the road to 4,000 subscribers. The road to 4K is here. We're almost at 3,000. We're super duper close. We're like only 120 off. So if you guys are new and are enjoying the series and haven't already subscribed, make sure to do that now. But here we go, guys. I know I didn't do a season recap, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the statistics here. The best batting average on the team was Brandon Nimmo. Okay, Brandon Nimmo killing it. Sheldon Noyce, I actually like that a lot. Tony Kemp, 272. Pablo Mora, and then Trey Mancini. Bobby Witt Jr. there did pretty okay. OPS, holy smokes, Brandon Nimmo with a 205. He is killing it. I'm really happy I signed him to that contract. And another guy like Brandon Nimmo might be the kind of guy we want to go after, right? Finding those guys with a high WAR, you know, that maybe aren't the highest overall. He was in the low 80s, I believe, when we pulled him in, maybe mid to 80s, and he's grown a little bit. But Sheldon Noyce, wow, another a good season for him. Mora, Kemp, Mancini, Witt, all the guys over 700, which is what I want to see. Ramon Laureano right there. Sean Murphy, who we did just re-sign to a decent deal, 2 years, 8.8, looks good there. And as far as wins above replacement, who was the best? Again, another great season from Brandon Nimmo, another 5+ WAR season. He is officially an all-star caliber player. Sean Murphy up there at 3.6. Tony Kemp at 3.5. And you know what? Tony Kemp was a guy I planned on moving on from, but I think he's somebody that I'm going to have to keep around. This is back-to-back good seasons for him. He's growing, only 5'6", but that seems not to stop him. Bobby Witt Jr. and then Ramon Laureano, the other guys above 1. Noyce, Mancini, Mora, these guys kind of split some time there. The negatives, Joe Adell was the biggest negative, and we definitely need to go find a new outfielder. And then shortstop. I know Robert Puason is growing, and I'd like to keep him, but I'd like to also maybe upgrade. We need somebody right away. The best ERA on the team for our starting pitchers was Frankie Montas, then Danny Duffy. Those two guys were super close. Eric Lauer, who I wasn't sure if I was gonna bring back, might be worthy of it. And then a guy like James Kaprielian might be on his way out. I mean, I know he's 29 and he's growing. He had a bad season this year, but Skubal did okay, right? He wasn't with us for the entire season, but a 2.2 WAR is good. Cade Cavalli, who we acquired in the Rule 5 draft, 0.5 WAR, and then Gunnar Hoglund, who we just called up. Didn't really have much time to make an impact, but did so swimmingly. James Kaprielian, again, I might look to see what we could get for him. Maybe he's the piece that gets us an outfielder, a quality outfielder. Like his win-loss ratio is awful, 8-20. I think he was definitely the worst pitcher this season, and I don't know if he's worth keeping around. Danny Duffy might be a guy that we could look to move on from. Relief pitching, not too concerned about it because we will definitely look to upgrade the bullpen, and then closing pitcher Lou Trevino did just fine. But let's go ahead and get to the offseason here. Sim to the offseason. Auto fix the pitching staff. Okay, they are over. They were defeated in the championship series, so our AA team made it the championship series, and the Rays defeated the Brewers. Would you like to? No. So we'll stop there. The Rays defeat the Brewers in 5. Wow. Okay. So roster, that's fine. Do we get to see a history top prospect? Oh, we do get to see top prospects though. We don't have any. We got Connie Nelson, who's ranked as the 15th best prospect. Brady House. Wow. He looks splendid. I don't know why I'm using all these weirder words today, but Tyler Soderstrom down at 28. And then we don't have anybody else. I thought the Braves was us, but it's not. Okay, so we have 2 of the top 50, which I'd say is decent. But awards, there we go. The World Series MVP, postseason MVP, World Series MVP. So it was this year was Francisco Mejia. Oh my goodness, we almost tried to get him. We almost tried to get him this season, but it wasn't going to happen. Holy smokes, that would have been crazy. MVP was won by Vlad Guerrero Jr. Okay, so I guess I can't really see. So, oh yeah, was it Brewers back-to-back years? It was Brewers Blue Jays last year, and this year it's Brewers Rays. Wow, and World Series MVP. So the Brewers won last year. It was McCutchen was the MVP, and now they lost. So back-to-back years, I want to say that they made it. I think that's how you would check it. I don't think I can check it another way other than the awards and looking at the MVP, because the MVP, I'm pretty sure, goes to the winning team. Postseason MVP was Vlad Guerrero, and then this year was Jonathan Aranda for the American League. For the National League, back-to-back years of Brewers. Okay, so I think that's right. Anyway, we're going to advance today. Yes, there we go. Third base and farm have ended. There we go. Okay, so we are going to need to get some coaches. Athletics, Connor Jones has retired due to ability. Yeah, he's not good. I didn't plan on bringing him back anyway. He's got a D potential. Anybody? Justin Turner, Yadier Molina. Okay. Anybody else age-wise? Nope. Okay. We're fine there. Okay. There we go. Albert Pujols is in the Hall of Fame. Look at that career. Very, very insane career. 3,300 hits, 679 home runs, and over 2,100 RBIs. That's the last chance I get to see it. And Tony Kemp is the only player we get to have to bring back. And you know what? I might make him an offer. Can we do... Oh, God. For 1 year, he wants $7.4 million. I'm not looking to give him a 5-year deal. We'll probably end up letting him walk. And seeing what happens, but we can always bring him back in free agency too. But you guys can see our manager is almost there. I feel like I have to fire him. It's going to cost us $1 million, but we're getting there. Manager wise, do we have any other A's? -1 blocking, durability, +3 contact is great, +3 power. That's what we need. Frank Takahashi, make him an offer. He cannot refuse. We will pay him $7 million a year. I feel like that's fine. He's interested in that for sure. Reviewing the staff again. We need to find a new third base coach. Do we have anybody without a minus? There we go. Monty. Stealing, arm strength, reaction, and speed. Durability, arm accuracy, and +1 fielding. Monty Shelley. Give him 4 years. There we go. Super, super high interest, so I assume we will get them back. And then a farm director, wow, okay. Frank Takahashi could be a farm director too. Look at that. -1 blocking, the +3 contact looks really good there. 2 control, hits per 9, discipline, and arm strength. Clutch, contact, home runs per 9, and arm accuracy. -1 Ks per 9. I don't like having minuses. Hits per 9, although those benefits were super high, right? Stealing, speed, and bunting, not worth it in my opinion. We will go after Jacob Bellinger. Clutch, contact, home run, and arm accuracy. Or wait, there was another one. Control, hits per 9. Yeah, you know what? We need to get better here. We'll give another $4 million contract out. There we go. I'm not going to rebrand the team, and we don't have any exclusive free agents that I want to negotiate with. So we're going to sim to free agency in 6 days. Yes, he accepted the Tigers offer. Yikes. Okay, so review staff. We got to find a new manager. Managers for hire. Colorado Rockies. Wow, he's going to get a lot. What? The Rockies are... Well, okay. Sorry. They're probably offering him a manager role. I guess we could get Jacob Bellinger to be our manager. There were some other guys down here that I thought I liked. -1 plate vision is not what I wanted to see. -1 clutch is not... Oh, there we go. Alfredo Ibarra. Blocking, drag, bunting, home run, and reactions. No thanks. Arm strength, fielding, plate vision. Okay, is there anybody else that I could go after? That I would... the Rockies... I don't think we're going to beat the Rockies offer. Yeah, I don't think we can beat the Rockies offer. We could offer Jacob Bellinger our manager role. Here we go. Oops. Withdraw offer, make offer for manager, and then here's our coaching staff. Cool. Submitted offers. We need a farm director now. Somebody else. And I feel like the other A, plate vision -1 clutch. There was an A. There we go. Make him an offer, $1 million a year. There we go. All right, so sim to free agency 1. Let's do it. Has decided he's no longer interested to be the manager. Stop. Okay. Yes. Okay, so he just straight up said no. Did he just straight up say no? Oh, that's so disrespectful. That hurts. That hurts, man. I'm going to go back. I'm going to see if I can go back. Alexander Yates, Alfredo Ibarra. I do like some of the Bs, though. -2 plate discipline is not good. Velocity, -1 plate vision, but not drag bunting. Good God. Stealing and stamina, but arm accuracy and contact. -1 reaction, but +2 arm strength, +1 power and control. I think we'll do that. We'll offer him $13 million. There we go. He couldn't possibly turn that one down, right? All right, so the 40-man roster before we get to the Rule 5 draft needs to be set. Is there who is on the 40-man that probably shouldn't be? Sam Selman, I'm going to remove him from the 40-man. And we're going to go ahead and sort by potential now. Connie Nelson is on the 40-man. Bobby Witt Jr., Lee Rodriguez, we're going to add him to the 40-man roster because he's a 68 with an A. Tyler Soderstrom is no. Okay, we don't need him. Aha, Freddie Thompson for sure. Add to 40-man. Holy smokes, he's a 72 with A potential? Holy crap. All right, so he is looking phenomenal. He just can't drag bunt, but not really upset. All right, so he looks great. Castillo, I mean, he's 52 overall. There we go. This is actually what I wanted to see. Yes, no. Okay, so no. Yeah, the guys that aren't on the 40-man aren't good enough to me to be picked by another team. I mean, Zach Logue, I mean, if somebody wants to take him, go for it, right? Salary arbitration, Anthony Santander. He got injured, but he is that good source of pop, and he's growing. He had 26 home runs, OPS of 759, had a positive WAR, and I feel like a full season of him. Well, we'll see. I mean, I could let him go to free agency. Eric Lauer, I think I might make him an offer. He's fine with being in the rotation. 1 year at $3.8 million is actually a perfect kind of deal for me because I don't think everybody else is quite ready. We'll offer him 1 year at $4 million. He's not going to accept this right away. Anthony Santander, like I said, we might check out in free agency. Tender contracts. I'll take care of this. This is easy stuff. There we go. 3 years. Yeah, I'll take care of this, guys, and I will catch up with you when I have something important or interesting to tell you about. So, guys, I have tendered all of the contracts that I wanted to. I think the only 2 players I'm not going after. Okay, yeah, you can see I pretty much made an offer for everybody as long as they didn't want something major. I guess I just missed Ray Del Gaudio. It's a good thing I showed you guys this, but you can see as long as they didn't want over 100,000, I basically said you can come back. And then Julius Walker and Kenny Wallace, I'm probably going to let them go. They're not good enough, and I don't want to run into an issue where I don't have enough roster spots. So free agency here, Shohei Ohtani is a free agent. That is crazy. Matt Chapman has got an offer from the Blue Jays. Rafael Devers, holy smokes, would he be that source of pop? But let's take a look at the outfielders. Teoscar Hernandez has got 3 years, $8 million a year. How has he done? He was a guy I looked at trading for. 4.0 WAR, that would be something nice. And he plays right field. He's got power for sure. Hunter Renfroe is another guy that we have looked at trading for. Getting him in free agency would be an absolute win. Not as good of a WAR. Mitch Haniger doesn't have any offers. He is 33, but 81 power against righties, 82 against lefties. He hit 28 home runs, OPS of 743, and then a slightly not the best WAR. Adam Duvall, another guy that we could take a look at here. Oh my God, major negative WAR. Naquin, are there any just like pure power hitters down here that I could just like go after? No, and it looks like we start to get pretty bad. How about center fielders? Cody Bellinger wants 5 years, $80 million. Okay, hold on. We could offer him something like that. 5 years, oh God, $80 million. We could totally beat that. He doesn't care about what team he goes to. He just cares that he gets paid. So if we offered him that's a lot. $18 million a year is a ton of money. And none of these guys are really power. Randall Grichuk is more of a power hitter. How many plate appearances does he have? Only 145 at bats. Only 7 home runs on that, though. He didn't have a large sample size, but Cody Bellinger is just insane. Like, he's the kind of guy, 4.3 WAR. But again, we can find that kind of WAR out of a guy like Teoscar Hernandez, right? Pretty similar. And then there's Jesse Winker, Ian Happ, who's got a lot of potential. He's 29, right? But he's got good power against... He's a switch hitter, good power against righties. Lefties leaves a little bit to be desired, but you are going to see more righties than lefties. A great OPS, holy smokes. 2.9 WAR. Eddie Rosario, AJ Pollock. AJ Pollock's got some power for sure. How many home runs did he hit? 21. A WAR of 0.7. Yeah, guys, I really think JD Martinez is too old. Saw that A potential real quick. Andrew McCutchen, a former World Series MVP. Tommy Pham, yeah, probably not a guy I want to go after. Right field, Teoscar Hernandez. We could probably end up beating that $8 million a year offer. Same thing we kind of did with Brandon Nimmo. Taking a look here, WAR, yeah, 1.1. Mitch Haniger, what was his wins above replacement, 0.6. Will Myers, okay power. I mean, he's an okay player. All right, so we're gonna go after Teoscar Hernandez for sure. He wants to play for a contender, but we have one compatriot. We'll offer him $8.5 million a year. There we go, 42.5 over 5 years. Contract offered with the Q. Was he qualified? Are we gonna have to give up a pick? I don't think so. When it says qualified, I don't think that means anything. Signing a player that received a qualifying offer will forfeit a draft pick, right? So these players can negotiate with any teams. Qualified, I don't exactly know what the difference is. I don't think it means anything, right? Third baseman, there's a ton of good third baseman, excuse me. Brian Anderson, he's got a great arm. Holy smokes, he can play pretty much anywhere. Wow, Adalberto Mondesi looks like a great player. Could be our second baseman, although he doesn't have a great... How many plate appearances? Yeah, 463. Rafael Devers, Matt Chapman. These are some big names. Second baseman, though, Jan Segura. We're probably not going to beat that offer. Jonathan Schoop could be a guy to go after. Wilmer Flores, another good guy, but Jonathan Schoop at 32. Good player, has some power, right? 3.0 WAR. Colton Wong here, not a power hitter at all. I do like Jonathan Schoop a lot because we saw what Tony Kemp, right? We didn't offer a qualifying offer to Tony Kemp yet. It says he's qualified, so 3.5 WAR is actually kind of insane. I don't think he can repeat that though. I just don't like his first season with us. He was still awfully good at 2.0 too. There's Josh Harrison here, but he's 36. Cesar Hernandez dropped massively in his power. I don't like to see that kind of regression. And then Jan Segura, we're not going to get him, right? He's 34. A WAR of 2. So you're telling me Tony Kemp was a better value than Jan Segura? I mean, Jonathan Schoop at 32, B from Curaçao, 3.0 WAR, had a very good season last year. Did anything change? Did he get more plate appearances or something? No, he just had a better season. Straight up a better, more impactful season. Question is, can he keep it up? Fielding percentage is fine. He played a lot of innings. He pretty much stayed consistent with his strikeout percentage, and his walk percentage did increase, so that might have helped. He hit a few more home runs per at-bat, and he definitely created more runs. Aha, there it is. He created more runs thanks to his batting, and he stole bases better. I think I saw that. His stolen bases went up quite a bit. Yeah, stolen base percentage there you can see went up from 222 to 1,000. I don't know how many stolen bases he had. He still had 2, so he didn't get caught stealing. He didn't steal as much, which made him more valuable. So I think that's kind of important for us to have 70 RBIs. This is a solid player at second base. He wants to play for a contender. Again, we need to get these players in because we can't be a contender until that happens. But a 2.0 WAR for Cesar Hernandez, but again, he just doesn't have the same kind of power. He's got a little bit more power against lefties, but Schoop here looks to be pretty all-around solid, a good fielder as well, can play anywhere on the infield. Jose Abreu, yeah, he's the young up-and-comer we need. CJ Crone, I mean, the third basemen are ridiculous. Rafael Devers would be an absolute insane get. 882 OPS, a WAR of 4.3. I mean, what does he want? He wants to be a star Wants $20 million a year. That would be huge. I mean, he'd be a huge get for us, right? Oh, wow. 1 year, 2 years at 15 million. I feel like I could do 2 years at 15.7 per year for sure. What about 15? 2 years, 15 million a year. Puts us far and away his number one get, but I'm going to withdraw the offer because I don't think we need a guy who can only play third. Although, timeout. Roster, third baseman, Bobby Witt. Can't play second, but he can play short. Our shortstop, Robert Poisson. Can't play second. Gosh darn it. Holy smokes, we definitely need a better shortstop, too. Shortstops available. Jorge Polanco, Ahmed Rosario. Jorge Polanco is the best one available here. 30, switch hitter, great OPS. WAR of 3.9. I mean, obviously the good players are going to do that. Ahmed Rosario, though, or WAR of 0.5. Nico Goodrum, only 9 home runs. OPS is in the toilet, kind of. And we'll check out his WAR. It's 1.7, so he's better than Ahmad Rosario. Nick Ahmed, Orlando Arcia. I'm not going back down that rabbit hole. Not a power hitter at all. Again, like I said, we need more power in this lineup. Jorge Polanco at 30. How much would it take to get him here? 9.6 million. He's looking for 9.8. I mean, I could do probably 9.3. And we're the number one offer for him. 23 million in pending. So who have we offered to? Yeah, we've offered Teoscar Hernandez and Jorge Polanco. So we're offering 23 million in free agency. Plus, we'll go after Shoop here. I think I've been toying with going with Shoop, and I think I will go with Shoop. He didn't steal as much, which meant his WAR skyrocketed. And I think if you tell him not to steal, he's going to be a good player, well-rounded second baseman. He's going to be our Tony Kemp replacement. Shortstop Jorge Polanco is going to be our Poisson. He's going to be our day-to-day guy, where Poisson, is going to be a platoon player. And then out in right field, Teoscar Hernandez is going to replace Joe Adele. Because we can see here, here's Conforto. I mean, I've always been a fan of Michael Conforto. 0.1 WAR. Where was our former? It wasn't Mitch Haniger. Roster, our right fielder. Who the heck? Anthony Santander. There he is. He's arbitration eligible. He is pretty darn good at 78 overall. I mean, 1.1 WAR. I didn't offer him a contract, I don't believe. I don't believe. Eric Lauer, I did. Anthony Santander, I did not. But look at that. He's pretty darn good. 81, 75 for power, 72 vision, and a good fielder. Taking a look at our offers. Teoscar Hernandez, not as quite good of a fielder, but he is a great hitter against lefties. And he's pretty good against righties. I guess I could kind of try and keep them both. Anyway, second baseman, Shoop. I am going to make him an offer. He wants to be an everyday player. He wants 5 years. Can I do 3 years at 70? I can do 7 a year. There we go. I can afford that. There we go. He doesn't want to come here, but we'll just see how that goes. We'll see if he does or does not want to. Relief pitchers. Here we go. We definitely need somebody. Matt Barnes, nope, not going to come here. I'm going to look for somebody without an offer because I don't want to try and outbid some of these teams. Richard Blyer, 36 innings pitched. Pretty good, honestly. 0.7 WAR. Scott Alexander here does have an offer. Michael Felice. Wow, these guys all have offers, but I guess I could try and get into a bidding war. A WAR of 0.9. Good. I mean, I'm fine with that. Richard, we're going to offer him a contract. It's a lot of money for him. Scott Alexander wants... I don't want to pay a ton for relief pitching because I feel like you can find it relatively cheap everywhere. But just again, I'm going to have to pay for some of these players. Brad Hand. Can I scroll through? 1.7 for Yimi Garcia. Yimi Garcia, please come to my team. 4 years for 4.2 million a year. We're gonna need bullpen. There we go. I'm gonna promise him to be in the bullpen. There we go. We can cut his salary down quite a bit. So 3.8 a year. That's fine for me. We can afford that. We need any kind of positive bullpen. I didn't realize I could just flip through like this. 0.9 WAR for Jimmy Nelson. 1.0 for Dinelson Lamet. He's got quite a lot of stamina, too, so he seems like a long reliever. Let's go back and keep flipping through to see the positive WAR guys down here. Yeah, we already offered a contract to Yimi Garcia. Anybody else here stand out as far as WAR? 1.0 for Ross Stripling? I'll make him an offer. 1.1 million a year. He's 34. 4 years. That's a lot of years. 3 years. He doesn't have anybody else offering him, so we'll offer him 3 years. Amir Garrett, even 1.3 for Heath Hembury. We'll offer him a contract. 1 year at 2.1. That's what he's looking for, right? We'll tell him he'll be in the bullpen. He's ecstatic about that. All right, so we're going to offer those 3 guys, and we're still going to have that $30 million in surplus, is what it looks like. So there we go. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm kind of happy with what we're looking at here. We don't need a new closer. Kirby Yates would be nice, but he would just be a setup guy or just in the bullpen. Drew Pomeranz. What was his WAR? 1.0. 1.1 for Hansel Robles. He's already got an offer, though. MLB stats for Cam Bedrosian. Oh, so now we're getting to the players that didn't play at all. Good to see that. 1.0 for Drew Pomeranz. Make him an offer. He wants to be depth. We'll promise him to be in the bullpen. 2 years. Yeah, I'm fine with this. 2 years at 4.9. We're going to spend $42 million. We're finally splashing some cash here. Offers, because I'm afraid I'm going to get fired if I don't. Man, I almost wonder if the guy, oh God, what's his freaking name, Ryan? Anthony Santander is a better player than, he excels at hitting home runs too. I wonder if he's a better player than Teoscar Hernandez. Although, how long was he out for, right? How many plate appearances did he have, Anthony Santander? 459. In the same amount of 459 versus Teoscar Hernandez, who had, okay, so it's only, 60 more? And in 60 more plate appearances, he had a full 3.0 greater WAR. I mean, gets on base a good amount, too. At-bats per home run actually went up, so hopefully it'll go back down to what it was his first season in Toronto. And, he's definitely looks really freaking good. So I think I'm satisfied with where we're at. Trade talks, I want to see what we could possibly get for Danny Duffy. Did we get Joey Gallo? Oh my God, that's actually not too far off. None of these guys have a contract. Grayson Rodriguez, they feel like they should be getting more value. Grayson Rodriguez is an elite starting pitcher. Can we find maybe a second base prospect? Connor Norby? He's not under contract. I think I might wait like a few weeks. So we're going to go ahead and advance days in the calendar. Teoscar Hernandez has accepted the Blue Jays offer and is no longer considering our offer. Okay, we got our farm director in. Josh Hader goes to the Cubs. Cool, good for him. Offer salary arbitration. So we will try and bring back Anthony Santander. I mean, 5 years at 4.7, it doesn't save me much money for him to go anywhere, for me to go less years, so I might as well. So there we go. We're going to offer him, and then Eric Lauer we're still waiting there. Herrera has accepted to be the farm director? God, I still don't have a manager, do I? All right, so we will go ahead and take a look at our coach contracts. We need to find a manager. Submitted offers. So we need to find a manager for hire. -2 blocking, -2 velocity, -2 plate discipline, drag bunting, and -1 fielding. -1 clutch, but speed, stealing, and plate vision. Home runs per 9. Walks, okay. Break and clutch, not great. -3 in the break, but speed, reaction. Walks per 9, but arm strength, so he's a good fielding coach. Hits per 9, clutch, plate discipline, stealing. Some of these guys down here, -3 break, I don't like that. Velocity, contact, and reaction. No, definitely not. Contact and stamina. Nope. Okay, so we definitely need to find a good coach. And now we're starting to get into guys that really don't have any any real positives. Staff salary is at $15 million right now, so we'll go back here. Blocking doesn't matter. Velocity does. +2 power and arm strength. Velocity, discipline, stealing. Do we have anybody? Speed, only -1 clutch and +3 vision. We're going to just offer him $12 million a year. We're going to pay so that he will definitely accept. Okay. Calendar. Let's advance. Mitch Garver. There we go. Shohei Ohtani goes to the Mets. So they ship off Pete Alonso and then splash some cash on Shohei Ohtani. What are the Mets doing? And Jorge Polanco has agreed with the Athletics to be our shortstop. That's a big one. $9.5 million a year. We're actually offering some serious money now. Let's take a look at transactions. Completed. Mitch Garver, that's fine. Athletics. So Connie Nelson agreed. Jorge Polanco agreed. Soderstrom, Giloff. Okay, so who... So these two still aren't signed. How much do I get to see how much they were making? Budget, there we go. And right fielder, that's Joe Adele. No. All right, so I guess I don't get to see them. Yeah, I don't get to see what they were making, which is a bit upsetting because I would use that as a baseline, right? Anyway, we'll just see if Monty Shelley has accepted the Athletics offer to be our third base coach, and we have a manager now. That is great. Yes, I would like to stop simulating. Make sure the 40-man is correct. Is everybody on the 40-man that should be on the 40-man? Just sorting by overall here. Nelson Kim, that's fine. Lawrence Butler, yeah, I think we're okay as far as 40-man roster is concerned. I don't think anybody, without potential is off the 40-man. Oh, Richard Castillo, but I don't think anybody's going to take him because they have to play him in the majors. All right, so let's go ahead and... Okay, so we have 44 players on our 40-man. 40-man roster. Let's see, who does not belong here? Nick Plummer, removed from the 40-man. That's fine. Jack Weissenberger, remove him from the 40-man. That's fine. Dermis Garcia, remove him from the 40-man. And Delgadio, no. I will remove Austin Pruitt from the 40-man. There we go. Awesome. So, go to the calendar here, and today is stop simulating. Offer salary arbitration. Aha! So Eric Lauer has come back, and we have to offer salary arbitration. Previous player's salary is, so we'll offer him 4.5, I guess. Actually, we'll do $5 million. Because what am I offering right now? Make an offer, what is that? 23 over 5 years is 4.6 a year. So yeah, I'm going to offer him 4.6 for a year. Yes. Has offered your... Okay, yeah. And we were negotiating with 4.6, right? So, I mean, that's what I planned on paying him. Okay, so I think we are signing free agents. Signed Sean Murphy, Polanco, Bobby Witt Jr., Lauer is back, Poisson. Okay, so offers, Shoop. Oh, my goodness. We didn't get pretty much anybody I went after, did we? We got Yimi Garcia. That's good. I wish it would tell you every time you didn't get a player, right? Like, oh, he's out, you got outbid. Ross Stripling, we signed. That's what I wanted to see. Zach Lowe. Okay. Let's free agency. Who was I offering to? I guess I got to pay a little bit more attention next time. Offers Shoop. We've been outbid for Shoop. So we'll try and give him 7 a year. Over 5 years. There we go. All right, they want to give him 7.8, but we're giving him the length, which is good. All right, Yimi Garcia, Hoagland, Kim, Ross Stripling, Zach Logue, Heath Hembry. We also signed him. And I think we're okay. I'm not entirely sure everybody I had offered. I would love to know, did I lose out on a player? Jacob deGrom is a free agent. He's getting $34 million a year. Good Lord, some of these guys are getting paid a ton of money. No offers for Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker is a great hitter against righties, not so much against lefties. 975 OPS, though. 3.2 WAR, and nobody is coming after him. Really. 22 home runs as well. Oh, my God. He's one of the best left fielders in all of baseball. Do we do it? He's an on-base machine. On-base percentage of .413. Wow. In 453 plate appearances. We could offer him a contract, Jesse Winker. How much would it cost to get Jesse Winker, actually? Jesse Winker, make an offer. He wants 11 a year. It's basically the deal we had for Nimmo, but taking a look at the roster, starting pitchers, Danny Duffy. Let's take a look at what we could get for Danny Duffy. I'm running around with like a chicken with my head cut off here, but let's take a look through some of these teams. Second baseman, I think we did get Jorge Polanco, I believe. Second baseman, we need a second baseman. That's what it is. Shortstop, we got Jorge Polanco, but second baseman, we're only looking at Max Muncy right now. So our second baseman did not sign. So signed, yeah, there we go. Offers, Jonathan Schoop. We were getting outbid, so okay, right. I did not have a third baseman offer. I had Schoop and I had Polanco. Didn't have a first baseman offer. I had some, I think, closing pitching offers, some relief pitching offers, and no starting pitcher offers. But Clayton Kershaw, why not? Molly Snell, Sonny Gray, bring him back. How did he do last season, actually? 3.25 ERA, holy smokes. He had quite a season. But I think we're good with what we have for now. I think second baseman, we're going after Schoop. He's the guy I definitely want to get. He's going to be a great offer there. And then I think, what else could I get? Roster. Let's take a look. I could use some relief pitching too, because the bullpen is looking not great, right? Closing pitchers, though, we got Drew Pomeranz, and we can move Lou Trevino to the bullpen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're probably going to need a reliever, so maybe we'll look to get. Let's just see what we can get. Starting pitching. What would teams give us? What are we looking at? Kendrick McGraw, 20-year-old, a potential second baseman from the Orioles. The Yankees are offering us some decent players. Nelson Cortez Jr. No, thank you. Starting pitcher with a potential. I don't think I have anything there. Actually, Robert Henderson, the closing pitcher for the bullpen, could be kind of good. 72, Henderson. I like that. We'd go up and budget by a lot. Holy smokes. I'm okay with getting a closing pitcher, to be honest. Jonathan Villar. No. Nobody there. Nobody there. Ha-Seong Kim, 82. I mean, we're not shedding too much salary, but we get an 8. Ha-Seong Kim, shortstop, 82. That's the best player we've seen so far from the Braves. They must really want him. Holy smokes. They want to give us Francisco Lindor? The Mets want to give us Francisco Lindor for Danny Duffy. Excuse me? It's probably because of his contract. I mean, I know we just did sign a shortstop, Jorge Polanco, but let's go take a look at the Mets real quick. Hello, Mets. You are very much in a lot of budget trouble. Shortstop, Francisco Lindor at 30. 2 straight seasons now of plus 700 OPS. WAR above 4. But is it, 7 more years at 34 million? I don't think it's worth it. I just don't think that's worth it. That was crazy, though. The fact that we could even think about that. A closing pitcher, but he's making 17 million. Rhys Hoskins, no thanks. Jose Alvarado, how has he been doing? Not great. Very not great. Kyle Gibson, Bryson Scott. Bryson Scott looks back-to-back years above 600. It's not bad. It's not great, though. Let's take a look at starting pitchers all again. So let's keep flipping through. Yeah, so these are the same set of trades. It looks like, I think it was the Tigers trade? Yeah, we would get the Robert Henderson is the guy I wanted from the Tigers. The Braves were going to give us some pretty good players. There's Lindor again, but I don't think it's worth it for his contract, to be honest. It would just cause us too many headaches. The Brewers, Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich could be a good player to go after. I'll take a look at him from the Brewers. Yelich, left fielder. Ryan Weathers. Actually, looks like a good trade to me. The Padres, Ryan Weathers, 76 overall and 24 with B potential. He's young. He's got some room to grow. And we're back at the Orioles. So we'll take a look at the Padres, Ryan Weathers, but we'll also go take a look at the Brewers. They want to give us Yelich. Yelich is making $21 million a year for the next few years. Let's go to the Padres. They were going to give us a relief pitcher, Ryan Weathers. He's making $700,000. He didn't play a year ago. Looks to be pretty good, and I will take that deal. Let's see, what else could they throw in that I would be interested in? They have a lot of starting pitchers. Yeah, it's because you're on starting pitchers. Darryl Ray, they think they should be getting more, but he's a great closing pitching prospect. Corey Nebel, no thanks. Who else has a contract? Oh my God, trying to find players with a contract is apparently harder than you'd think. See potential. I mean, there's some relief pitchers, some players for the minors here, but nobody really, intriguing. Johnny Nelson, intriguing a little bit. Milton Riley, they'd be interested in that deal. We get another catcher here in Alan Kane. Yeah, we need another catcher, and I'll do it. He's an A potential prospect. Can I throw them both in? No, I can't. I was going to say, throwing these guys. He's a top prospect, too. And then Miguel Valenzuela, A potential, but he's not going to be worth it. So we're going to do this deal. We're going to do Danny Duffy for Ryan Weathers and Alan Kane. There we go. Sounds like a good deal to us. Sounds like a good deal to me, too. I'm very, very happy with that. So let's go ahead and fix our 40-man roster real quick. Roster, 40-man. Who doesn't deserve to be here? Everybody kind of does. Billy McKinney. We're going to remove you from the 40-man. All these relief pitchers, man, I don't have a good relief pitching system at all. But we are seeming to hopefully remedy that. This Lucas Giolito goes to the Cardinals. Interesting. Matt Chapman go to the Dodgers. And arbitration negotiations are all set. We have officially signed back Anthony Santander, who is on the 40-man. He's furious. I think he signed his contract though, so yeah, he did. $4.6 million. I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna move him to the MLB just for clarity's sake. There we go. Man, he looks so good too. I'm excited for a full season of him. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more checking up on things. I think free agency, our offers, Shoop. We're still the number one offer on Shoop, so I think I'm gonna jump ahead. And I think the next thing we've got to get to is the Rule 5 draft. Trevor Story gets traded to the Angels for Chad Green. That's it? Wow, I guess those massive contracts aren't paying off like these teams thought they would. Yes. No, I would not like to stop saying it. Okay, the Rule 5 draft, I think, is the next thing we got to get to, and then we're probably done. So I'll catch up with you guys at the Rule 5 draft. All right, guys, we're back at the Rule 5 draft here. Where are we picking? Are we not picking? Do we not get a Rule 5? Oh, is it because we used one last year, maybe? Or am I just missing our logo? Am I just silly? No, I guess we just don't get one. Maybe that's because I signed some players. I don't know. But we will see how it goes here. I think maybe that's what the qualified thing does. If they're qualified but not a qualifying offer given. And the Rule 5 draft has come to an end. I didn't even get an opportunity to do anything. So let's go ahead here. Check out our free agency. Shoop, we're still his best offer. Come on, man. I know you hate us, but Jack Flaherty goes to the Diamondbacks. Come on, just sign with us, man. Shoot, buddy, come on. This makes me sad. Come on. Julio Urias goes to the Nationals. Wow. Athletics. There we go. And I'm assuming he has signed. Yes, he has. He's officially an Oakland Athletic. So there we go. Glad to see him on the team here. His power dropped a little bit against lefties, but still a great all-around hitter. And guys, I think we're a pretty good team, and we still have $30 million in budget, 27 in surplus, right? So this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Now we're in position to just kind of do whatever we want, salary-wise, going after players. Do we have enough players on the roster? We've got a 40-man roster. Take a look here. Who doesn't deserve to be on it? I would say Adam Aller doesn't need to be on the 40-man roster. And there we go. All right. So, take a look at the team. Sean Murphy's an 87. He's an absolute elite fielder. Brandon Nimmo, 85. Polanco, 85. Montas, 84. Shoop, 83. Kaprelian with an 81. Lauer, Skubal. Yeah, let's take a look at our starting pitchers. We got Montas, Kaprelian, Lauer, Skubal, Hoagland. I do kind of want to maybe make some room, but I feel like we can upgrade from Kaprelian, man. Free agency. Are there any free agents starting pitching still available? German Marquez is still available. Yu Darvish. I mean, he's going to drop off for sure. How was he this past season? Wow, he was elite. He was elite. A 2.87 ERA. Strikeouts. How many strikeouts per 9? 7.1. That's pretty good. I still feel like he can do the job. He's looking for 8.1 for 1 year. I'd give it to him. Let him pitch as the 5th guy. Maybe throw him in the bullpen. Right, 1 year. It's no big deal. And then Kaprelian, I mean, is it worth that and then getting rid of Kaprelian is my question, right? Kaprelian was good for us not too long ago, right? Like the season before this past one, he was amazing, right? He had a sub 3 ERA, a whip of sub 1.2. I mean, it was great. 2.5 WAR. Struck out more players this season, but not as good of a WAR. Is it time to see what we could get for him? Cut our losses. Make a trade. I mean, I say cut our losses. He was still good. He's got a ton of value, too. We could potentially get Joey Gallo. Let's take a look at starting pitchers. Grayson Rodriguez. Wow. Holy smokes. I would go after a guy like him. He would be in the rotation right away. A potential. Don't have and I feel like, we just throw in Benito Macias? We drafted Benito Macias. We throw in Joey Estes. And we get the deal done, right? Like, this is the kind of deal that would be elite. Garrett Cole, no thank you. I'm not paying that salary. And, oh, by the way, Jacob deGrom went to the Tampa Bay Rays. So good luck. Hope that goes well for you. Shane Baz, 700,000, 24, Orioles 24. He's already a 79, Shane Baz. How did he do last? Oh, God, he was brutal. The Blue Jays, Alek Manoah. They also have Jose Barrios. Yeah, these are all too expensive for me. I'm looking at just like upgrading my starting pitching spot. Woods Richardson. No thanks. No, we have better offers on the table, really. The Astros. Noah Syndergaard. Nah, no thank you. I love Thor, but yeah, not right for us right now. Chris Bassett. Jack Leiter. A righty, hasn't pitched yet. Feels like they should be getting more. He's already a 78. We throw in Castillo. It doesn't get it. And Hobie Milner. What do we throw in Hobie Milner? And ooh, that's close. What about instead of Milner, we throw in Richard Castillo. I know he's one of our early draft picks, but trading him with Domingo Leyba, to get a guy like Jack Leiter. He's got no stats, so I don't know really how he pitches, but from all accounts, he's got A potential, 23, 78 already. To upgrade, to move from Kaprelian to him. So then it would be Montas, Lauer, Skubal, Leiter, Hoagland. I think I'm going to do it. He's got 2 years left at $2 million. We get cheaper here for sure. I'm going to do this trade. Awesome. And now Jack Leiter is an Oakland Athletic player. Whoo, baby. I'm excited. We got some pretty good pitchers this season. Frankie Montas still leading the way, but I am happy about it all. In the MLB, we have too many players, but I will worry about that later. Calendar, let's go ahead. Jesse Winker goes to the Yankees. That feels like a really good fit for him. Harrison Bader goes to the Mariners. We're almost to spring training time. Cody Bellinger to the Nationals. Well, it's good to see that nobody's coming into our division. Rafael Devers goes to the Pirates, and now all of a sudden the Pirates have, at the corner of the infield, have some absolute bombers. Don't forget they traded Brian Hayes for Pete Alonso, and now have Rafael Devers to go with him. Pete Alonso and Rafael Devers on the same team is a scary thought. No, I would like to not stop simulating. And here we go. Spring training is about to begin, which means we take a look at our team. Trade talks. They say we need an upgrade in the starting pitching and the bullpen, but look at that. All around, not red. It's not red everywhere, and I absolutely love that. Transactions completed. I'm not worried about all that. Contracts, scouts. Carson Howard has retired, leaving a vacancy that needs to be filled. Sidney Hinojo has decided to retire. All right, so current scouts, we need to replace these two at the bottom. Very efficient. Yeah, David Black needs to go. And instead, we've got International West. We're probably going to Central. Yeah, somebody from the Central that can scout pretty well. Anybody? I feel like Leo Adams is probably our best bet here. Most efficient, most all around, actually. Jose Hoffman. Cancel. David Black. There we go. Jose Hoffman's got great discovery. I mean, we have 2 international. I feel like we should have 2 West. We could take a look at the East, but I feel like I'd like to load up on the West. And I feel like he's the kind of perfect player. Yeah, so a Central, 2 West, and international, right? Not going to focus on the Eastern half of the United States because we're in California, right? We want players that are going to be close to home, and it's easier on us. Contract extension, Ramon Laureano, Eric Lauer, Weathers. Weathers is up to a 76. I'm very excited. So let's take a look at the pitching rotation. Jack Leiter is our second guy. Frankie Montas, Leiter, Lauer, Skubal, and Wicks. No thank you. Not Pomeranz. Gunnar Hoglund probably over Wicks, I'd have to say. Cade Cavalli doesn't look as good. All these relief... no, these guys are starters. Ray Delgadio is only a 67. Connie Nelson's a 69, so he's real close to coming up. But I feel like Gunnar Hoglund should be in the rotation. That's kind of what I wanted. I wonder if Yu Darvish is still a free agent. Corey Kluber, no, he's not. So, not really as much opportunity now. I guess I should have gone after Yu Darvish when I had the opportunity and then traded Danny Duffy, or Kaprelian. But I like the fact that we're going to get that Gunnar Hoglund's going to get some opportunity in the majors here. Last season when he pitched for us, didn't do phenomenally, but he had a positive WAR, right? So that's all that matters. That's what we want to see. But, we got more righties than lefties, which finally, for the first time, Drew Pomeranz, yeah, we want him to be a setup guy. Yimi Garcia, yeah, the bullpen looks so much better now that we got Ryan Weathers. Chargoy was a guy from last season. Yimi Garcia, we just signed. Pomeranz, we just signed. Trevino. Pomeranz, I think I'm going to put him there. The rest of these guys, closing pitcher Lee Rodriguez, probably not ready yet to be in the bullpen, but we're close. Blaine Enlow, again, another guy who's not quite ready, but will be soon. And then JT Ginn, he's not worth talking about, no offense to him. But Jordan Wicks here as the left-handed long reliever, Cade Cavalli is the... I think I kind of want to send him down. I think he will be sent down. Jordan Wicks there. Heath Hembry is a relief pitcher for us that's pitched well. Ross Stripling is here now as well, so we got a lot of guys now. Diolis Guerrera, he pitched for us last year, was not good. So we will send him down. We will keep Heath Hembry up, I think, because he pitched for Milwaukee last season, 1.3 WAR. So that's what you want to see. 2022, I think 2022 was the first full season. So yeah, I think we're good. All right, now taking a look at our lineups. Jorge Polanco, not playing second. Poisson, Shoop. Anthony Santander in for Patchy. Because, I mean, as much as I like him, he can't hit. And, guys, we just scroll through, and we have such better hitters now. We have so many better hitters. Soderstrom still looks good. Shea Langoliers still looks good, right? These guys got potential. But then we got Freddie Thompson, who was one of our draft picks. Jack Leiter, who we just traded. Jack Leiter, why... Oh, yeah, no, oh my God. For a second, I freaked out. I'm like, why is he not in the rotation? Why is he here but not in the rotation? Anyway, I wish I could see if... do we have an Ohtani, right? Do we draft an Ohtani? Let's see. I want to actually, check Cade Cavalli... nope. Jordan Wicks. You'd never know if you did, right? Unless you checked. JT Gain, Connie Nelson. No, he's not. He's not a dual threat player. Blaine Enlow. No. Delgadio. No. And then we should be fine. Brent Honeywell. No. Okay. Yeah, I figured, right? All right. So Pablo Mora, not going to be our leadoff guy. Probably not. Who's got the best on Anthony Santander? But he's not fast, right? So Jorge Polanco is probably going to be our leadoff guy. 76 vision, 66. I mean, he's probably got the best on-base percentage. 353, Pablo Mora. 400 for Nimmo. Nimmo might be a good leadoff guy, actually, guys. Nimmo, he's got 400 on-base percentage last season. So him and then Polanco. Mora can bat third. Mancini bats cleanup against righties. Sean Murphy, yeah, I'll leave him at 5. Witt at 6. against righties, yeah, Ramon Shoop over Ramon Laureano. Anthony Santander definitely needs to be moved up the lineup. Sean Murphy. Yeah, I think Anthony Santander bats cleanup. Mancini at 5, Sean Murphy at 6. Sean Murphy's not a great hitter. As much as I want him to be a great hitter, I don't think he is, and I don't think he's going to be for us. So I like this lineup quite a bit. A lot of righties. Like, a lot of righties. We have 2. So against righties, we're batting with 3 lefties and 6 righties, which is quite a lot. Robert Poisson here is going to platoon at shortstop. He's going to come off the bench, actually. Patch, yeah, none of these guys are great hitters, but Joe Adell does hit well against lefties. But we do want to get Santander in there. Santander, flip him with Poisson. Poisson out for Shoop. Polanco in for Patchy, and flip these 2. All right, so I'm only going to focus on one lineup because we can set these at a later date. But I got to say, I'm pretty excited about how our team looks. Taking a look at the standings, we can now see us, the Athletics, are the 17th best team. And obviously, we can overperform that too. But we just might make the playoffs. 11th in contact, 15th in power. Pitching, well, I may need to go out and acquire a top-end starting pitcher to bump Hoagland back down to the minors and make Montas no longer our starting pitcher, or I should say our ace. And I think that would really drag us up. So taking a look at trade talks, obviously starting pitchers of high quality. Garrett Cole, yeah, these guys are a little too good. Alek Manoah is going to take a boatload. I mean, even our best player won't get us there. Ramon Laureano, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do that. Bobby Witt Jr. doesn't even get us close. Obviously, he's just that guy. Manoah is so good. Shane Bieber, probably not going to get him. But again, a guy like Casey Mize, holy smokes, what do they feed him up in Detroit? I think I said this in the last episode, but they always have good starting pitching. Looking here through the starting pitchers, 88 would be good, but I'm not paying $23 million for Max Fried. What would it take to get him? Freddie Thompson, Frankie Montas, and yeah, no, that kind of defeats the purpose, right? The Marlins, wow, they don't have any budget whatsoever. Yeah, there's no way we can make a deal with them because they don't have any budget. Yeah. That's crazy. They can't do anything because, wow. Shohei Ohtani, what would it take for us to get him? No, nothing. They don't want Ohtani. They don't want to give up Ohtani, it looks like. So it doesn't even have an... okay, that makes sense. Zach Wheeler, Julio Urias. Yeah, they're like, yeah, you can't offer us anything that would make us change our mind. The Reds need a starting pitcher, like desperately. Once they have it, the rest of their lineup isn't too bad. Oh, God. Oh, look at that. Corbin Burns is not the ace, and he's probably upset. Nothing I could do there. Holy smokes. Freddie Peralta even. Well, look at the starting. I mean, I know the Brewers have good starting pitching, but oh my God, it's so good. Pirates, on the other hand, don't have anybody. Giolito, not even touchable. Zach Gallen. He's a guy Nelson Kim and Benito Macias for Zach Gallen at 86 overall. Guys, I'm going to leave this trade up for you guys. But Zach Gallen, 86 overall, only makes $3 million, and they want Nelson Kim and Frankie Montas. No, not Frankie Montas. Excuse me. Who was it? I swear, Benito Macias. Yeah, Benito Macias. He's 18, 64. He's super young, right? But to be able to give them, and then Nelson Kim, who is 73 overall, he's a good platoon player. But we have Freddie Thompson waiting in the wings behind him. This trade would go through Benito Macias and Nelson Kim for Zach Gallen. And again, he becomes our ace, moves Montas down to 2, Hoagland down to the minors, and all of a sudden our rotation looks insane, right? We would have Gallen, Montas, Skubal, Lauer, and then Leiter. Oh my God, that would definitely improve our starting pitching by a lot. And he only cost $3 million. Like this is the trade, guys. This is the trade. Jack Flaherty. Does he have negative value? How much value does Nelson Kim have? Holy smokes, at 20, I mean, I guess he could grow into a really good player. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, if he grows in potential and starts to play well, Like, this guy's got it all. He just can't, well, he can't field at all. So, wow, this is it their salary that, why does it like have no value, right? Why does he have no value? Walker Buehler, Trevor Bauer, no thank you. Okay, so Dustin May could be another guy to go after. Dustin May is a righty. How did he pitch with the Dodgers last season? He had a phenomenal WAR. So then starting pitcher Benito Macias. Ooh, they want a little bit more. Cade Cavalli and Benito Macias. Oh, wow. Ray Delgaudio. How high up do I have to go? Oh, they want Connie Nelson, Jordan Wicks, Brent Honeywell. Okay, wow. So I guess maybe I'm going to have to give up more. I don't know. I like the Zach Gallen trade. I really do. I don't know if Cade Cavalli is ever going to be anything. So I'm fine with trading him away. Sorry, I'm just looking through here. Wow. Pablo Moore. Now we're starting to get into players that I would like to keep around. Yimi Garcia, nope. Doesn't move the needle. Holy smokes. Max Muncy. I'm gonna keep looking. Clayton Kershaw, yeah, no. Sorry. Back in his day, maybe, but not right now. Zach Gallen might be the guy to go after, guys. I really do think. I think that is the answer. I do think that Zach Gallen is our answer, and that trade, I think, works great. So you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But guys, that's all the time I have for this one, so make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all, before we